Hey, hello, I'm here. Hope you're there. Welcome. So, another edition of this. And questions taken in the order they appear in the chat. I'm gonna be here for a while. I'm all yours for a while, sort of speak like this. Glasses? Okay. So yeah, questions in the order they appear in the chat in English, suomeksi ja englanniksi. If you want, you can make a donation. If you don't make it. Subscribe if you like. I'm not saying that you should subscribe, but you should subscribe, right? If you want to have a personal reading through Skype, WhatsApp, whatever, we figure something out, right? Send us an email. Leave a comment us here as well if you want. Leave a like. Leave something. Leave something of the happiness that you bring, or something like this. But hey, if you want to contact us via Rune, Sigil, or Artstone, or you want to know something, I don't know, why does the universe exist, we're gonna give it a shot, right? So we've been able to answer everyone. So if you want, contact us, dstonerocks@hotmail.com. Right? Fair enough. So, I have this today. Three of Cups. Well, obviously it seems like a celebration, but somehow I got this that it's kind of symbolic thing, and for me this is somehow instigated by the person in the middle in the red cloak. Could be like, I don't know, a boss is giving like a motivational speak, or you're raising a toast and that somebody says, I drink to that, or like, I second that. Somebody has like instigated in this. I don't know, I got all sorts of ideas out of this. Maybe it's like somebody's celebrating somebody being born. Somebody died, who knows. I hope nobody does that too much. But I guess that even still happens. Anyway, so, but yeah, Three of Cups. There was a lot of interesting stuff in it. And, well, you have the whole harvest thing going on there as well. And, you know, but I think that this is still like this is like a waited, something that was waited for, something that people were waiting for to happen, and it did. Nothing very major in the end, but anyway, and could be like a celebration of like kind of like a spontaneous, nothing really planned. Maybe it would be as simple as colleagues going for a beer after work or something like that. Really mundane thing, kind of, with the boss said, hey, I'm gonna take you out for, I don't know, some few drinks, or something like this. Many other things as well, but that's something. So basically, that has been the thing. And yeah, we've been working on some videos. Yeah, we will actually post them, upload them soon. Yeah. So why not? So you can check out the stuff what we have. We have meditation through tarot in English and Spanish, something even in Finnish, but I think we're gonna keep doing it in English and Spanish, because then we're gonna reach kind of few people, hopefully. At least the language shouldn't be a problem, right? So basically, that's pretty much that. It's all good. All right. And now, after what I have been doing pretty much all the time, is like when we have the reading, we still give an advice card. And the advice card is gonna be today with the hermetic type. Otherwise, I'm using pretty much red and white in this other stuff as well, but somehow I got stuck. I like the red and white. It's nice, yeah. So yeah, and well, for me it's like it's not even 12 yet. Normally I'm on like much later, so hopefully someone else is as well. Is the internet open? Fair enough. So we'll take another card and look at it. What we get from there. Well, we got the Empress. So obviously it could be a mother, something to do with creativity and creation. But I think, well, the mother thing is like the Empress is kind of nice in a sense. So it could be many things, but for example, creativity, a mother figure, older woman, or God knows what else, or who knows what else, but many things, right? Another one, we of swords, which I would think, well, this does somehow somebody's on defense, or somebody might be even a little bit having like bit like mean ideas about something. If this would come as a person, would be maybe a younger person and somebody on defense or somebody who is like I wouldn't maybe trust this person so much. Element is air, the swords, so mind, thoughts, all that kind of stuff. So of course it depends a lot where it would be in, accompanied in what kind of spread and with what other cards. And as I have said, one shouldn't get too stuck with the meaning of a one particular card, but more like the whole general picture of what is there, right? So, Page of Swords, right or white. Let's see what else we can get from here. And yeah, thank you for your support so far. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for the emails. Thanks for ordering our stones. It's muy bien nice. Really good. Kiitos. So in the end, we can make you a Sigil, or Sigil like the Spanish one like to say. So it's basically you write us words of something that you desire, you want. And I was reading about actually some study that they made that somebody was keeping paper depending like I don't remember the subject, but when you kept the paper on your wallet, for example, it seemed to like change your attitude towards the thing what was written. If it was positive, it changed even more positive. So, for example, through that, you could think that the Sigil could be helpful. I guess it's like a concentration of things in it. So we can make you one of those. All the stones we make are gonna be unique. There's no two stones that are the same, and all the sigils will be one of a kind, carved by us, the stone that we choose for you. And of course, you don't tell us what it is, you just gives us letters. And if you want something like that, send us an email. Again, dstonerocks@hotmail.com. So basically there, we give you more idea how it's done. And we had a contest some time ago. We were giving away a few stones. There was some kind of like a small like an art piece and other stuff like that. Oh, my lantern is moving. You don't say. Also, I have some kind of connection problems, it seems. Oh, fair enough. Moving on. So let's take another card. What? We have Strength from Rider White. So I guess it would be the inner struggle that you have going on, and basically it could be like mind over matter and kind of taming your shadow, dealing with your shadow, and many other things. And then also like all men are, I guess, are men and beasts, and I guess there is sort of things that will depend on the situation which one should be the one there. But I guess to have the beast in you sort of tamed would be rather helpful, for example, or at least to get to know your shadow. And as you see, this I don't see this one is forcing the issue for the other side or the shadow side, but it's more like this is like acceptance of each other's existence and somehow for like working together kind of thing, and realizing that both need to exist in the end or something like this. You tell me. Okay. Well, we can let's take another card now. For example, we'll take this one. Oh, again the same. It's the strength from Rider White. 2 in a row. That's kind of funny, no? Yes, it is. It is. But yeah, dealing with your shadow and many other things, like was just said, let's take another one. Let's not take the same one. And yeah, hey, there's an example just of some of our stones. Something like this. Pretty nice. And there's a rune stone. All sorts of these. We had these stone rolls. We had stones. And that. There was also then we have 4 cups. So I guess rather like a cliche thing would be also that this you had handed out sort of like an opportunity in something, but you're too bored or tired or like divine discontent or something like this that you don't realize you're just looking at what you have and you cannot somehow see this. Also, this would be for me somehow, well, not just for me, but it's related from the 3 where there's a celebration. So for me it seems like there's the 2 before, and then there's like a couple sort of thing going on, they having a toast, and then it's the 3 persons, and then there's the 4th one here. So I would say that this could be also related to the 3 in a way that this person is the one who didn't like that there was this couple coming or this certain conclusion in some things. So when somebody celebrated, this one is like moping. I would say this somebody is also like disappointed in something, and but clearly there's three cups there on the down, which I would see it's the cups from the 3. So maybe it's also like that you've been asked to join the celebration or the party, but you are too grumpy to go, you know? Maybe something like this. And also, like, it could be related sort of to this that you are staring at too much of something in front of you and just like this, and you are not really like letting yourself have another idea of the situation, or like this, or like you pretend that, yeah, you know, I'm cool, I'm okay like I am, and yeah, I don't care, but you care, but you don't feel nice maybe in this as well. So all that. Just a sec. No, funny faces for a change. But yeah, I mean, in here, as I said, post a question in the chat. and you can say hi even where you're from if you want to. That's pretty cool. We have people from Lebanon, Botswana, India, United Kingdom, United States, Chile, Bolivia, Argentina, Spain, Ireland, I think. So that has been pretty Greece. So we've been kind of global, no? International, no? Everything. So yeah, that's how we move with this. Let's take another one. Justice. So that could be related, obviously, for example, legal matters to a balance in a situation or anything that I would say, well, anything you can consider legal matters. Maybe a paper you needed to sign, and still also like a balancing, like a human law, which is also, I guess, would be more like that there is not so much like, more like a literal law in my view, in a sense that something that is, it's I think it would be more like what is like, well, like it is when you go to court, you, I guess, either are guilty or not, or you're innocent or not, or then they cannot decide, which means that you're innocent, at least I guess in most of the countries. So basically, I think it's more like really defined stuff, that there's no gray area in this, that it has to be either it's this way, that way, and that's it. And I don't know, could be related a little bit to this also, like whatever you want to manifest, that sort of like, are you sure you want that? Okay. And we're not gonna take justice again. Yeah, so that kind of stuff. For myself, I don't know. Well, like I said, I studied the cards many different ways. There's meditation, which we have videos from, and I relate the cards to each other. So just like not quite so meditative state, but kind of making a lot of connections. Maybe it's like things happen in your head when the synapses fire or whatever. But it's really good food for those. And then reading things, many things. For lately, for me, I have found really like comforting Jeetu Krishnamurti. It's like somehow it's even a little bit grim, but it's like, I don't know. It gives me comfort to listen to it, and gives me like ideas, which is kind of really surprising, I guess. But, yet another one. Dear ones. So for me, this seems like somebody who is actually about to. I get this impression this would be someone who actually went somewhere, is already like planning to come back, in a way, and kind of gathered some knowledge, maybe traveled the world in a sense. Uh, has kind of like accumulated some knowledge that is planning to maybe bring back home. And well, it's fire, the ones. It's like passion and kind of very strong feelings. Could be hate and all kind of things. What is it? Well, maybe not this one about exactly, but the suit itself. And, well, depends again what it's with there. But it's still like a time of contemplation, that it's sort of like voluntary. Like, for example, the hanged man who is just between heaven and earth, so, and have chosen to do this. So this person is kind of looking what is the next move, although he's kind of looking at the past, right? So this gives me the impression that it's like someone who is somewhere but is planning that, okay, now I kind of found some things that I wanted, and now I'm gonna return maybe home, or thinking that should I still continue my endeavors. Maybe it's not even literally, could be also that it's just like maybe even more likely that it's just here and here, and trying to figure things out after getting some kind of impulse before in the A's, for example, to do something, getting a big idea, and now you get something, you got somewhere with the idea, and you actually maybe found some answers as well, or you think that you did, and maybe you are like weighing the idea that did you get what you were looking for, right? Okay. But yeah, somehow it's difficult to understand for someone like me. When I was a kid, there was no internet, or they kind of were putting it up, maybe around that time. But now that you can reach through here, like, I mean, like, I've been talking to someone from Botswana. Are you kidding me? It's really cool, no? And, well, it's what it is. Gives. It's the digital gift to an analogical world, or something like that. Yeah. Let's take another one. We're getting warmed up here. Oh. King of Pentacles. Well. So definitely this is related to material. So this is someone who has kind of maybe succeeded in business. Otherwise has his kind of castle ready, and I think this person is sort of like at the same time wants to be, even they are maybe quite not, because it's a king, wants to be the empress and the emperor at the same time. That's kind of similar shoe in a similar position that the emperor has, and it's the same scepter that the empress has. Kind of elaborate outfit, this hugger, if I may say. I call everyone huggers for some reason. Maybe it's a bad habit. No, it's not. It's nice. So, and this one is like, could be contemplating an idea and could be looking already. I think this would be someone who is doing business, for example, or something related to that, that already is thinking about the next step. And this one could be also like kind of having this, that he got already a lot of things and achieved things, and he kind of is maybe a little bit even what is this? Well, but you think about past things with sort of like warmth. No, it escapes him. What the hell is the word? But anyway, this would be someone who remembers that when I was just starting out, and anyway, he basically would have the opportunity to just jump into something new, and he might still be happy just to put someone else at it. That there's some fool that he puts forward who seems to have promise, or maybe someone who he sees similarity to himself, how he was when he was starting up his business or his endeavor or something. Pentacles, the earth, money, fortune, and also all the suits, of course, represent some sort of feelings, and maybe it's more like practical things and practical feelings towards each other. The pentacles. So compared to, for example, cups, some other one. To cups, which are more like, could be like romantic feelings. You want to sing a serenade under somebody's balcony. I don't know why I have to say it in that manner. Anyway, so there's also that. Let's see. Huh. But yeah, questions as they said in there, somewhere in the screen. There. Taken in the order you put it in the chat. If you're not gonna put it in the chat, I don't know what it is, and I cannot give you a reading or lecture with the cards. Step right up. Let's see if we can see. Right? And it's free. If you want it to be. That is. That right. Okay. Alright. So. Let's see another card then. We take this one. Well, Eight of Wands sort of looks like something is happening, but maybe not. It's more like some sort of a struggle. Fire is related, for example, to the strength. And again, a fire element like the Wands are. And, well, of course, when this being a minor arcane, it doesn't maybe quite, it's not such a dramatic karma life lesson thing that the major arcanes are. So this, some kind of, I guess, consensus could be that the minor arcanes, like effect, yeah, is not so long lasting. That basically it tends to be like a less dramatic and don't last so long. And the major arcanes are a bit more dramatic. If you think about it, you have the death, transformation, actual death could be end of something, sort of beginning of something. For me, it also means like something is inevitable, so that it comes as inevitable as death, which is part of life. No, it seems that we tend to think that death is a separate unit from us, but I guess that's just like kind of part of the whole living thing, because I guess it would be kind of weird. Or could we be living if there would not be death? What would make the difference? And a fear of life is the most common cause for untimely death. Or something like that, no? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ja jos löytyy joku, joka siis puhuu suomea, niin suomeksi myös. Eli tulkinta ja suomeksi ilmaiseksi. Sen aikaa, mitä viihdyn täällä. Ja näin. So, the lectures are free. Feel free to ask. And I answer depending what I see in the cards. Right? Let's take a... Oi. The Tower. Well, this kind of obvious thing is that something is hitting the tower, which is not quite sort of like comes from outside. And I could see that this is like, obviously it's bringing down, and very common thing to say is that it will make things crumble that are not based in solid foundation. So then you can, I guess, when it gets destroyed, it's like you built the tower and then you were kind of hiding in it or whatever you were doing there. And then it comes down. Then you're in the ruins of it. And you can decide what you want to do. This could be like, depending on many different things. But major arcane, the tower, right? It's not a minor thing. This is something traumatic already. So if the minor cards are like more small time business, this would be something really major. If this would be in a relation, it could mean that it will go to its core, to its foundations, to see then will the persons be together anymore, for example, or like will they be torn apart. So, but this is definitely something groundbreaking in a way, right? Okay. Okay. Yes. It's kind of bothering me a little bit here. Maybe it stays better. No, it doesn't. So, let's see another one then. And of course, for any reading, one has to keep in mind that this is a possible future, or like the cards are more like a mirror. So, in a sense, all the information is there, not in here, sort of. So, it's not like fortune telling. It should be more considered like a tool to help you out to figure out your situation and give you ideas where you're at, and maybe there's things that you just didn't notice, and like that. So it's more like a tool to give clarity, I think. What we think here. Okay. And at some point early on, when I was doing like a few years back, it was more like I got sometimes stuck in a card and this certain meaning of it and all that, and that's not gonna really help in a way, because, like I said, there's no fixed meanings in the card or in any card in the end. It depends on what is asked and what other cards you have, and like, well, generally, what is the impression that one gets from the whole spread and the card in that particular situation. Funny thing is though that many times happens that you still tend to get the similar answer from this, and of course everything affects this, and one has to keep in mind that the actions that you make are eventually the things that gonna influence and make the outcome come about. So maybe in some situation, if you just sit at home, who knows, usually the universe favors the brave, right? So basically, maybe sitting at home, of course, in these strange times, I guess many people are sitting at home. It's no really weird business, sort of. How did you hear that they were considering that in the universe is like a fifth warped dimension where is it the fermion particle, which is too heavy to be seen by their hard-on colliders and stuff, is acting together with Higgs boson like particle, like these elementary particles. Not that I understand extremely a lot of it. Hello, Latifa. But it's still. Hello. But it's rather interesting stuff. Who knows? And then there is a lot of things that seems to be that some yogis were saying already thousands of years ago, and now they are finding out all sorts of things from all sorts of things. Well, the thing is that there is no thing in the end. So there is like a lot of different phrases now to be said. So let's take another one. That would be Knight of Wands. And well, this one wearing gloves, and for me, it's kind of sort of chubby horse that he has, and I get this impression that this knight is not really like, it's more like full of fire, but it's making more like a dramatic gesture than moving actually about, and coming from the sort of like from the future. So for me, it's like if you have there, for example, the Knight of Swords, which probably is the fastest one, and some likeliness to, I don't know, many things that as well. But this one is, for me, it's like more that somebody's making an appearance, like, you know, like a charismatic, you know, gesture of something, but not really actually moving. So for me, this is what I get from this one. So it's like all fire in that sense, but the actual action is there, missing. So Latifa, if you want, ask a question in these lives. At least at the moment still, it's free. You can make a donation if you want. If you don't have to. And we of course appreciate if somebody wants to subscribe. We have some people who did. And they seem to come back, which is nice. You can also like. If you want to have a private reading, there's instructions. You contact us through email. You can leave a comment. You can do many things. But in the end, yeah, the idea is that you post your question in the chat. I take them in the order they appear in the chat. Normally, I am on like around 1 or 2 a.m. Finnish time, where I'm from, where I'm standing here in Helsinki, the capital of Finland, which is exotic in some way for someone, but not for me really. It's just bloody cold and dark. But it's a nice place. It's kind of quiet place. It was quiet even before the whole COVID thing, because in Finland we are professionals in social distancing. So there was a joke which I probably told a million times before, but there was this, that you have to have the safety distance of like, what is 2 meters, 1.5, depends where you read at it. And they came up with this, and there is pictures in the net. You can find that Finnish people are waiting for a bus in a bus stop, and they have like 4 meters distance. So somebody was asking, why they asking? We have a like pandemic situation. Why they want us to stand more close to each other than earlier? So there is definitely like the idea of personal space in this country, and this right the neck of the woods. Moment. No. Lion Lies, hello, ma'am, I assume. How are you? Welcome here, welcome back. Just a moment, I have to make some thing here. Yeah, I'm good. Good and ready for this business. No, it's actually been kind of interesting couple of days in many ways. Oh dear. Let's try to put this so it won't make some extra sound so much. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. So, yeah, well, we have some sort of a, like a, I don't know, bit of a romance for this. With this Mythic Fennica Tarot. Yes, you can. Just go ahead. By Susanna Salon. It's not really any kind of like a promotion or anything. We just happen to like it. We got this as a gift from a friend, and it's really nice. It's based on Finnish Kalevala, which is like a national, like epoch, like a book thing. When you have the Odysseys and all that kind of thing in different cultures. But for us, it's this Kalevala. It's like folklore business and all that. So it's in English. You can buy it online. Susanna Salo made it. Mythifennica Tarot. It's and maybe I will soon pick a card and show you something. Okay. Lies. Will I easily succeed in this school year? Let's see what we get from here. Take a sip of water. Will I easily succeed in this school year? With a green heart. Nice. So when we're happy with the shuffle, the lion, this one is for you. Usually succeed in this school. Let's see. I think you are, for me, I would say you have done work for this. And this is like where you are and how you are doing is like basically based on something. So I think you are pretty well off at the moment. Somehow I see that maybe you have played it kind of safe. Maybe this year you uh, were picking the subjects or mm, like things that you studied that were like not very risky in any way. Like there is something that would guarantee you like certain knowledge to get ahead in life, get further, which is based more like maybe in the material world. And so I would say like maybe it's more like concentrated on really like this earth element kind of thing, something that you can measure and like this. So I don't know. For me, it's like uh, like you know when they say that if you study, I don't know, uh, 15th century medieval torture weapons, maybe that doesn't help you in banking that much, or who knows, maybe they're good. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is a dessert. Hello, Jasmine Fox. Welcome. So basically, I think this is a dessert position. So I think you have worked for this in a sense. So I think it's gonna be not just because it happens to be, but I think it's because you work for it and you are pretty well off at the moment. So I think you are prepared for this year. And maybe it's due to this that you have what you have chosen. uh, Also, I don't know, is this your first year in this? Or like, says something what I see here is that you have started something new, I guess, for the new year, I guess, of this. But I think there is something that, because at the moment you are not really, I would say that you are not taking risks, and that's also is gonna then be some kind of limiting factors also. So, mm, that basically, in a way, playing it safe is playing it safe. You hold on to what you have and stuff. But then on the other hand, then you're gonna sort of could be missing out in something. You're kind of missing out on other realms of things. And I don't know if it could lead to this that you're gonna do fine. What I see, I would be very surprised if not. And going kind of like somehow I would say kind of sort of like conventional that in that way on value, but that could make you feel stuck or a little bit like this, that maybe at some point you could think that maybe I should take something different as well what you have chosen. So in general I think it looks, I would say yes. I would be very surprised if it would be any kind of a struggle. I think it's more about this, that you could get bored or like I don't know. Somehow I'm lacking words today from English language. Even I speak it sometimes pretty okay. So I think you're gonna do fine, and it's basically about your own head. Then that maybe it's too easy for you. Maybe you would need another challenge, or maybe you're afraid to take something that you kind of wanted taking part with this. But hey, Lion, I will give you a card, which is an advice, which would be from here. And the advice would be from this, the Hermetic Tarot. So whatever you can get from that, that is, let's see if I can make it more sharp. It's the Hanged Man. So this is your advice. I'm not going to say anything about this. Whatever you can get from this, if you know something about the cards, good. If you don't, that's good. So basically, whatever lion you can get from this is your advice, right? And then we have Jasmine Fox. Yes, indeed, welcome once more to our lovely channel. How are you in this lovely evening? And you are welcome, Lion. Nice to have you back. Feel free to like, subscribe and all that. And, oh, that's nice. So, then we would go for Jasmine Fox. And the question is, I want to know, what is Nicola like as a person, please? With a please, that makes me even more happier. You are most welcome. As said, nice to have you here again. Stick around and do what they want you to do in YouTube, you know, like, subscribe, all that. So the YouTube will like us more. Moving on. So I want to know what's Nicola like as a person. Let's see what we get from here. Take a sip of these before. So this one is for Jasmine. Lion, if I may ask, where are you from? You even said if you want to tell. I was just thinking I had some kind of idea where you were from, but now I'm not sure anymore. It doesn't really matter, but it's kind of cool, you know. Like I said, we have people from Botswana, India, everywhere, Chile, Bolivia, Sweden, all places. But anyway, enough chit chat. Now we go for Jasmine Fox. I want to know, what is Nicola like as a person? Muy bien. Let me check. I'm really happy with the shuffle, which seems to be taking a little while here. Okay. Let's see. See if I get this one. Yeah, I seem to have some actually. I'm good. How are you, Gabriel? Welcome. I guess it's probably buffering and doing God knows what. It seems like the connection is really excellent and then it's terrible, and I don't know. We should be living in a place that has pretty good coverage for maybe you should have pretty bloody good internet connection as well. So there is that. Mm, but anyway, this one is for Jasmine Fox. Yeah, yeah, I'm running through another program, and sometimes it's just, I don't know what it does. It's strange. Sometimes works really fine, sometimes not. Who knows of these digital wonders? Um, hmm. I think this Nicola is like someone who is restricting herself. Um, like I think she has a hard time, on my view, to let go and to see solutions. So I think she has this kind of thing going on, that she gets into this, that she just sees some, for example, I think she might be a little bit negative, maybe not of her own choosing, even in a sense. Uh, I think she might be. I would say that she's competitive anyway. Maybe this is leading to this, that she is like focused on something, and sometimes then don't see the solution that is would be the opportunities right in front of her. Maybe she's too. But I would say that she is probably passionately competitive and wants recognition. So she could be also a little bit like have some vanity going on there. Um, and I would say also that she is not quite. It could be related to this, that I think that this person feels a lot of times that she's somehow stuck in things. Uh, Fair enough. Well, it doesn't matter. She, he, anyway, this is what it is. And well, fun enough, there is in the main answer, sort of, it's a woman, but just can mean a feminine stuff, so it doesn't matter. But somehow I automatically think that Nicola is a she. How horrible of me. What can I say? But anyway, it doesn't matter in that sense. But this person, I think, is feels a little bit stuck, and maybe like restricting themselves, and chooses somehow this, although at the same time wants recognition. And I think this person is competitive also, and wants to be sort of shown. Uh, I think this person is also feeling so much and restricting himself in that case. Then uh, that there could be some petty differences with people, but also for me, I get one impression is that mm, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be that he is. It's a guy, yes. Okay, now I'm getting like besides myself here or something. But also showing you this one idea. So I think this person also might be representing a little bit something that is not quite how it is. Maybe he's not a guy. Just kidding. But yeah, I think he might be showing a little bit some kind of thing that it's not quite how it actually is. That could be something that one would realize at some point, that he has presented that he's like this, but he's not. Or maybe it goes so deep that he has a very clear picture or image of himself, but that doesn't quite, like probably no one else has actually, but that doesn't quite uh, I don't know why am I forgetting words today. Basically, that doesn't quite it's not quite the same as the reality of things. So I don't know, somehow a person who strips himself and competitive, passionately competitive, and wants to be recognized, and like maybe kind of like could be a little bit like this to others at time in his tower. I have to say this again, Gabriel, you know all about the towers, right? Fair enough. Okay, and then from the Hermetic Tarot, another idea for this question, like how is Nicola like as a person? I don't know. I think I shuffled a hangman from the Hermetic Tarot. So this would be further advice for the question, how is this Nicola as a person, right? Funny enough that when I said stuck, in a way, the hangman has chosen to be kind of between heaven and earth and all that kind of things. Well, but whatever you get from this yourself, you can check for the meaning if you want or don't, but the main thing, whatever you get from this, the hangman, Hermetic Tarot. That's your advice further for the personality of this person. Okay? Yeah. Towers, yeah. Yeah, it's, well, we had it, we have several. I'm just a little bit getting around a lot with the Rider White, but I'm checking the others as well. And we have the Finnish Susanna Salos deck, which I was again advertising because we like it a lot. It's not an affiliate. We have no promotional deals with her, but we just like it. And it's like a fellow Finn. It's not like we produce tarot decks here like, I don't know, cola bottles. What? But hey, yeah, and I think it's kind of nice to put like as the advice from a different deck, and the picture for most. I think what the pictures are like, the scenery in the cards or whatever you want to call it, or however you're supposed to call it, it's still kind of different, and maybe it's not so familiar, so it maybe gives some fresh new ideas. Yeah, we have like, I don't know, the good tarot. I have seen some of it, but I don't really remember that much. We have like, I don't know, 20 different decks, more, 30. It's nice to look into those, and it's funny that we have obviously Marcel Tarot and Visconti and the Hermetic Tarot and the Spellcasters Tarot and of course the Mythic Fennica Tarot. So basically, a lot of different cards and decks. Vision Tarot. So I have seen cat and dog tarots. That's a bit strange for me, but if somebody likes them, why not? But hey, Gabriel, go ahead, ask your question. Yeah, and I don't know, it seems to give me also all the time some kind of like things in a foreign language for me. My question is, what does Escarlen feel towards me now after all the work I did? Okay. Even texted her. You don't say. Even texted her. Muy bien. Let's see what we get from here. My question, what? So this one is for Gabriel then. I'm gonna put the tower somewhere. I'm not gonna take it out of the deck, no. We keep all the cards there. Magic and energy work, fair enough. So, what does Escarlen feel towards me now after all the work I did? Let's see what we get. Let's see. When we're happy with the shuffle, as it's known in these things. Yes, what does Escarlen feel towards me, Gabriel? Let's just do this. Yeah. Well, I think she's on her guard a little bit at the moment. Also, I think somehow I would say that she is in this situation that she is like remembering the past events and how she has felt in the past, and I would say that she is remembering some nice things, which could be, it's not quite the lovers, but would be related to that as well. So I think there would be that she's on guard because she seems to have some warm feelings, and I think that in the near future, the doors and everything is kind of open, but the possibilities are just limitless. So, but I have to say that something happened. You are not gonna guess by million years what was like part of this, which would be indicating a little bit past events. Is this the tower, right? So there is some new perspective that has been going down recently. I would say the tower, man, again. But I think she's a little bit feeling a little bit like slightly on defense, slightly cautious, but maybe because I would say that perhaps this what you have done has evoked certain vibes and feelings, like even sort of, I wouldn't say maybe nostalgic, but something like this. So I think if you want her to feel kind of warm feelings towards you, I think you have succeeded in some way. You have at least like scratched something which has then, I would say that has all the possibility. Okay? So I have to take one. See what this. Yeah, I know. And there is still kind of like what 22, 50, 78 cards, and I am shuffling them, proper. And you see me shuffle. I've been shuffling sometimes, I don't know, 5 minutes. So it's kind of interesting that it's there. I'm not saying that it's there all the time, but it's there pretty much all the time. No, it's not there all the time, but it's been there several times. So I think she has changed her view in a certain way recently as well. I think that that's what the tower means. That maybe she had some ideas and then thinking that the next card was this, the Six of Cups. So for me, I think she had some idea. Maybe it was not built quite in how things are, or at least on her mind. And she has. I would say that she has probably changed her mind towards you. So maybe that's why it makes her cautious. That she suddenly has more warmer feelings than earlier. And I would say that at the moment, what I see that very near from this moment is like there are no limitations what could happen, right? So basically, we didn't take your advice yet, Gabriel. No, we just were talking a lot about the tower. Here is your advice. Two of Swords, upside down. No, it's not. Anyway, this is your advice. Whatever you get from this, Gabriel, from the Hermetic Tarot. Okay? Fair enough. Yes, you can, Golden Rose, and you did. And we see what we get. So, what's coming for me in love? I'm a Leo. We'll see, we'll see. Nice to have you with us, Gabriel, as always. Don't stay a stranger. Well, you haven't really, so that's really nice. Thank you. So, Golden Rose, next one is for you when we're happy with the shuffle. Yeah, there is like different things you can read about it in a way. I would say that you can think of that as the opposite, or it's like sort of like block the energy of the card, or or it's like less, or then you just can check whatever you see in the picture in a way. If the swords are like this, that they would drop them, and so whatever you get from this. So, what's coming for me in love? I'm a Leo. We'll see. For Golden Rose, the next one. So, when we are happy, we are not yet happy with the shuffle. Muy bien, Gabriel. Keep checking in. And take care. Well, and stick around. It's not like you have to go anywhere. You can. Maybe not literally. I don't know. Yes. What's coming in for love? Let's see. I would say that so Golden Rose. I think this would be kind of in your hands, sort of. I think you have recently made some rather big movements in the field of love. And I don't know if you have crossed some boundaries even, or like sort of have to defend your position, or anyway, I see like there has been, you have consciously made some movements towards this. I think at the moment thing is that you are kind of like sort of like a magician of fire for me, meaning that I think this is actually really much up to you. And I think it's up to you, and I would say that exactly at the moment I don't see that there would be like anything very major coming. I think it would be more like something, some kind of feel good things. But if you would look for like serious love, I think that's not quite the moment. I think you are more for like you made the movement in this field, like something really, I would say, traumatic. Even I don't know if you have left a relation, or you have like basically went to another country or another state or city or something, partly because of this. But I think it's like I think you can sort of create this, and for me it seems like I would say that you're in rather good spirits. So basically, that could be something that shows. Uh, I think whatever is your situation in the field of love, it's gonna be at the moment you are in a position to create whatever you want. Uh, but I think you're gonna see a very big change, a transformation in this. Also, it could mean an end to some relation, a start of a new, or then you see the whole love in a different light. Okay. Well, I have to say, Gabriel, I love cooking too. Not much of the cleaning up of it, but I cook a lot. I can even cook pretty well, man. I have sisters and brothers who are working in the industry of cooking, restaurant, or used to. So I got advice from there. Yeah, we'll take Golden Rose. So yeah, I would say that something rather big time is like something that has been like also, which is something that is inevitable, will happen. And I don't know if in the end, at the moment you have kind of like seem to have control of what you want is gonna kind of, you can create sort of the opportunity for this love. But I think in the near future there's gonna be some kind of transformation or like big change in this, like a bigger understanding, or maybe the whole meaning of love will change for you in some way. And we take for Golden Rose, we gonna take you an advice from the Hermetic Tarot. Oh, sorry. Am I having the whole... okay, Tony. Well, your advice. What did you just say? Okay, thank you. I hope. Well, this is the star. One significant thing about this, for example, could be hope. So basically, this is your advice. Whatever you can get from the star. This is the Hermetic Tarot. Hopefully it shows. I think we need to get a better camera at some point. Or just more lights. But anyway, the Hermetic Tarot, the star, this is for Golden Rose. This is your advice. Right? Muy bien. That's the spirit, right? Oh, there's a bit of a delay, no? Oh. Yes, go ahead, Gabriel. You can even ask about grilling. Well, I don't really grill that much. Well, it's dark and cold here most of the time. We actually have a place to grill, like a public grill thing, a small hill cliff near us, like 25 meters away. We never used it for some reason in several years. Sorry. But yeah, go ahead, Gabriel. I have to say that which is strange that I have found beans. I never ate them so much for obvious reasons and some other reasons, but I have found beans. They are really nice. Golden Rose, you are most welcome. Nice to have you with us. Do subscribe and like if you like and you subscribe. Okay. I'll try to when I visit your country too, of course. Well, let's say that if you would come to Finland, the first reason would not be the food. Or even the second, or third, or fourth, or fifth. The food is not very good here. Try Spain, right? They have good food, inexpensive. We have expensive food, which is... Well, the traditional Finnish food is pizza kebab. Pizza and kebab. We have those places in Finland, like, I don't know. That's probably the most common restaurant form. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they have a Burger King sauna, which is kind of like original, but not really. The sauna thing is you should try. You get there with strangers, naked. Usually, many people get also intoxicated on alcohol there and all that kind of things. But it's kind of revealing and you make kind of like bonding in very innocent way. But for Finns, the sauna is sort of like kind of neutral place too. Thank you, Golden Rose. So, sure sounds like Esu was surprised by her growth in feelings and reminiscing of with me. So, is that a question? Or do you want some comment on that, what I see here, or we keep talking about the food? I'm actually starting to get hungry, dude. And what is Escarlene thinking of doing about her feelings for me? Well, in a sense, there was this that she was, like I said already, what I saw the answer was that she's on her guard. So I think she's a bit on her toes with this. Yeah, it is, and for me, when it gets to a certain point, I cannot function at all. For me, it's like I lose when the blood sugar goes like down enough. I cannot function as a human being anymore. Everything is difficult, and I'm really annoyed usually after this. So I tend to eat regularly, like many other people, I guess. But yeah, I think we can take a couple of cards for that. Midnight Rider. Yes, you can. Just put a question on the chat, and I will tend to you in a jiffy. So basically, Gabriel, we'll take a couple of cards, but I think there was this that. Yeah, I was kind of trying to. But yeah, I think she's on her guards. Well, okay, so what do you see most effective to put her guard down? To her to talk to me? Let's see. I need more from this. For me, it seems like to be sort of the person who takes the extra step, sort of, in a situation, and like go more than halfway in things, feeling wise. And I would think that you probably would have to be also like, I don't know, can you say intelligently creative? So I guess you have to kind of use your head as well, and not just the corazon or magic. So like sort of like logic in a way, or but I think if you kind of if this is to bring her guard down, is I think it would be to be kind of agreeable and like sort of like helpful and like this, but do it in a smart way. And after this, I think this could produce, because I guess it's been maybe a little bit stuck with her, the situation of everything. I think this could create an opportunity as well. Like we saw in the other, we said that there's no limitations what could happen. So, well, this is also more like creativity, but I wouldn't make a sculpture for her. You know what I mean? It's more like you have to think creatively for the situation, and also like use sort of like not only feelings. So I don't know if you have to be kind of consistent sort of on your what you portray for her. Probably if this is exactly how you feel, that probably helps. We'll take an advice for this, how to bring her guard down. Talk to you. Now, sorry, I'm gonna announce that these are all this because this is funny. They come all like the Hierophant. So I would think that this could be related also like to creating more like bond with her. in some kind of traditional way or asking advice like you have done here, which is really smart, of course, right? Yeah, I think it's kind of combination of using, well, what is not. Okay, but the Hierophant is your advice for this situation you have going on in that. You are welcome. So, yeah, let's see. So then we had Midnight Rider. I love reading, please. What do you see in love for me? Yeah. But yeah, funny, this cards came me for, like this idea also, like maybe not right now, but in a while, from this moment, some moments from here, depending how, some moments in the future. I see that this also, like acting this way would create you an opportunity. That would be like an opportunity to discuss and talk. And God knows, it is a fire ace of wands, the opportunity. So it's like relates to passion, for example. So yeah, like I said, like not creative in a way to make her a sculpture, probably. But you might be kind of have to be creative of what you say and how you say it in this way, right? But yeah, now we go for Midnight Rider. I love reading. What do you see in love for me? Let's see. Let me happy with the shuffle. This is for Midnight Rider. And people, new, old, young, mature people, whatever, other fellow human beings, we see what's gonna go now. No, Midnight Rider, here we go with yours. It starts now. I don't know if there was some confusion or then I'm just confused. I think I have to soon pack in the cards and take my dog out for a walk. He kind of wants that and needs that, and I like that. I like him too. Okay. This one, when we eventually I get through the shuffling, then it's your turn and we see what is coming for love for Midnight Rider. So everything else I was chatting with, I guess, with Gabriel. So we see what we see now. Sorry if there was some confusion. I am confused sometimes. And sometimes not. I guess everyone is. But okay, this one is for you, Midnight Rider. I think we are kind of happy with the shuffle right about now. Well, funny we got the two. I would say that somehow I get the impression that you have come back to the game, so to speak, or you have spinned the wheel again. That I don't know if you had a relation that basically ran its course, like kind of recently. Let's see. So I don't know if you have felt that things were not moving. So I think at the moment, what I'm seeing that I would say that there is, even as we speak, I see that there is someone who is probably, I would say, younger than you a little bit. Kinda, yeah. So I think there's someone at the moment harboring feelings towards you, like romantic feelings, like seriously, with like a raw possibility of anything. Uh, and it's basically, I would say, looking at you a little bit like thinking that you are in a pedestal. So it's like somebody who is admiring you. Okay. Yes, why not? Let's see if we can figure something out, Gabriel. Uh, but I think, well, funny enough, when you say that, Midnight Rider, this that this person uh, uh, that you mentioned now hasn't really given up and thinks that there is like something. And I think this person could try, uh, could come up with something dramatic and a little bit like rash in a way, come trying to hit on you again for some reason. Or then it could be that there is, I still say that another person who is looking at you in a sense that you're like a sort of like a queen in a way. Do you have a cat? If you have a black cat, that's a bit scary. Uh, but I think even at the moment there's someone who is actually, I would still say that is probably a little bit younger than you, that has is really like thinking that with you there would be a really big potential for like a real love kind of thing. Okay, and this person will make an entrance to your life in very near future. So at the moment they are hesitant little bit. This person is hesitant, but it's gonna someone when this person enters your life, it's like this kind of person that charges in and does something, tries to do something traumatic, and it might be that they don't care what happens to other people around or whatever. They have an object and they're gonna go for it. Okay, Gabriel, we see what we can do. Hmm. Well, I wouldn't say that it's significantly, but this is the impression I get. I will get, let's yeah, let's put it this way. Like I will show you this. This is the person. So you can then, in a sense, you for me it seems like it could be younger than you because you would be this. And this is the person. Oh, sorry. So I see that it would be a little bit younger. But anyway, I think this person thinks, and I think there could be like all the potential of a like a love affair in this, like more serious, not just like something casual. I don't know if you into that, but anyway. But this person you will see when this person is coming, and maybe you have to reject them. But I think this person will come towards you very like you cannot miss it. Yeah, yeah, could be, but somehow, yeah, maybe it's maybe you have a younger secret admirer who, because I think this is somehow someone you are not quite noticing also at the moment. and doesn't necessarily, maybe it can be, of course, that it's the same person, and who, if they act, and of course if somebody acts in a way that they just rush in and like don't really think about the thing, they're just gonna like, I want you, or I want that, or I want this, and they just run in and they act like a younger that they are. So it could mean also like it's like a person who acts like a teenager, sort of. Well, fair enough. I didn't see your message before that. So that could be it. I don't know. For me, it is that this person you have the thing with, that you rejected, it's this person is gonna come back, or it's gonna try another move. Maybe it's gonna do something which is not really thought through. You know. Hello, Angel. Yeah, I guess so. I haven't eaten in McDonald's like I don't know when. Not well. I think I ate in Burger King 2 years ago. I'm not really too much for the just bit industrial, but I guess the Burger King burgers are maybe a little bit better. Personal opinion, no promotion. YouTube has nothing to do with this. It's not an ad. 5. Hold on, man. But okay, hey, Midnight Rider, I will put you a card from the Hermetic Tarot. This is for Midnight Rider. This is your advice card from the Hermetic Tarot. And it says the universe, which I guess is the world. So whatever you can get from this one, that is your advice. Sorry, I have some problems with my shoulder actually, so it's my hand is a bit shaky. Maybe I should use the other hand. But universe is the advice for this, right? The Hermetic Tarot. And in the end, when I give the advice, like I have said, maybe I said it already many times, but the idea is that whatever you get from the card, you know about the cards, you don't know about cards, doesn't matter. You can Google it if you want, but I would just take whatever you get from it, because that's the right impression in the end. And like I have said, all the information is basically there. I'm just interpreting and kind of suggesting things. And these are possible resolutions for a situation, and it's more like a tool to keep clarity in the end, on my view. So I don't consider myself a fortune teller. So anyway, hopefully that gives you some clarity. But yeah, I think the same hugger, because I call everyone huggers, is gonna make another move at you, but who knows? Mm-hmm. So, right. What's the time and everything? I have lost the sense of time long time ago from this. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Angel, hit me with your question. And we'll see what comes up. When you will see us to confess how you feel and how things are looking at the outcome. Let's see. When you're happy with the shuffle, next one is for Angel Carlos. Okay. So when you will see Elisha to confess? Well, for me, what I see here, I would say, even though I'm not usually very happy to state really actual dates, I would say on 13th or 14th of this month would be possible. I think you've been struggling with the whole idea, kind of some, and I get this impression that you could meet her in some familiar crowd or even at her place. And some I would say somewhere around like 13th, 14th of this month, so soon. And I think it comes down that you have to see the situation clear before you can somehow. I think maybe you need to basically see exactly how things are before you can like meet her, so you're sure what you want to do, and then decide what you're gonna do. Because I see in the end that if you sort of confess your feelings to her, so I think the outcome will be sort of the truth of the matter. Meaning that there's a couple of cards that indicate in the same thing in this way is that somehow you have to see the situation how it is before you decide when and you want to meet her. I think you would meet her on 13th or 14th. And this will bring out, if you confess to her, it will bring out the truth in the situation. So you probably will get then an answer, but I think that would be then pretty, at least for like some time, I think that would be then the kind of final answer. So you will get the answer you want. I mean that you will get the answer you are looking for, that she answers you. But is the answer what you want? That's another thing. But the answer will be rather final. So, and you will see the situation exactly then how it is, right? But to take a clarification for this actually is that this could be because I guess you're looking for an answer from her that she would be favorable towards you. So I would say that you get a final answer. I wouldn't be totally surprised if she would be having feelings for you as well, right? You got it, Carlos. Angel Carlos. Hey, Angel, advice for you from the Hermetic Tarot. The Star. Alright? Whatever you get from the Star of the Hermetic Tarot, that is your advice. So yeah, and for the situation is that depending what you want. If you truly want an answer, you have to comfort her and you can meet her. But I would check that you understand where you are and what are you looking for, and you see the situation as it is. But I think it looks like you will get a definite answer from her, which I think would be in the end what you are looking for. So I guess it would relate to also to the thing that obviously we have discussed this and you have asked sometimes. Yeah, I would say that I would be surprised if it's not. And on the other hand, in a way, positive is that then you know. So I would say that could be meeting her soon, and it will go to this that you get an answer if you ask a definite answer. It's not gonna be something like, yeah, like I said before, it felt like when I see the cards that it's gonna be that the person will be, like brushing the stuff off. But I think you would get an answer, and I think in the end it also. I would say I would be surprised if she wouldn't have feelings for you, but I think the answer would be still like helpful for you anyway. That you would kind of confront your situation and tell about your feelings. Then you told. Then it doesn't like vex you and bother you or have a weight on you anymore, one way or the other. So in a way, maybe it's not important what is the outcome. Maybe the important thing would be that you would tell. But I see that there is a possibility. I would be surprised if she wouldn't have feelings for you as well. So basically, I think we are looking at the time that if you want to resolve this matter for you and to tell your feelings, I guess now you will get an answer if you do that. And I guess in general it's very healthy to do it, because being also like in sort of like in the dark about this and thinking about it a lot, I guess that's not helpful in a way. And in the other hand, like I said, everything depends on everything. This is my impression. Nothing is written in the stone. Well, actually, this is written in the stone, for example. But this, what I say, is not written in the stone. Things. I wonder if she'll accept my invitation. Well, there's of course the thing that, well, for me, but like I said, what I got from the cards earlier that she would be single, but in the end, might not matter. Hello, hi, moi, just in case. So I think your time has come, Angel. Or will come soon. Okay? Yeah, and of course, if you accept the whole situation and your feelings yourself, I think that's the important thing. And then what can you do in a sense? The person either has feelings for you or not. You cannot really force the issue. If they don't have, they don't have. Hopefully you get an honest answer. And I think this was the point also of this lecture, and what we see here is that you will get an answer. And maybe I see that it's like the answer you're looking for, but it could be also that maybe the answer is nice in a way that it's like a lovable answer, even if it wouldn't be exactly what you want to hear, you know? Right? It will set you free. Okay? Just in case. Hold it. Here we are. Okay, but I will take, if just in case you have a question, ask now. Or if anyone else asks, I will take one more, and I think I have to. I'm kind of being more like, it's not like concentration without effort, so it's just more like effort, and then it's not gonna be so good. So basically, again, I'm not saying that you should, okay, I don't know what am I saying anymore, you see. But anyway, subscribe, like. If you want a personal reading, then send us an email or send us feedback on dstonerocks@hotmail.com. If you want to purchase one of our non-precious stones, we make all sorts of different things. Runes, sigils, pieces of art. The dragon is not part of it. Runes. They are set in stone, literally, via dstonerocks. So basically, I think it's time for me to go. I am getting in a sense of being full of nonsense, you know. But hey, anyway, thank you for everyone who came about. I was today much earlier than earlier. What? You see, it's better now. Just put the cards away. So, I want to say thank you for everyone. Thank you for the donations. There's PayPal if you want to do it later on. You can find it on our channel and everything. So, I will. Yeah, I think that sounds like a healthy thing. Angel. So, anyway, without further ado, I'm out. Be safe. Take it easy. Take care. See you in the future.